walking in the parking lot, it's gonna be full.
You just can't escape it. It is packed. Okay, I guess I'll take you guys along with me. I'm not sure how this is gonna go. Every time we go to Costco, it is so packed. I really am not in love with the place, but we have a $100 gift card yet. We spent one in the spring, and now we're gonna spend the other one in the fall. Josh's mom gave us 2 Costco gift cards. And yeah, so now we get to take 2 trips this year to Costco. We've done Sam's Club before and loved it. It's just like more of a ghost town. I don't know why. It's just way...
I heard recently that they're really cracking down on this gift card thing. So
At Costco? Oh dear.
I don't know. We're gonna find out.
Well, we're not gonna find out once we have everything at the register. So yeah, here in Lancaster County, the foodflation thing has finally hit, and I can no longer pretend that I can find good deals and keep the budget the same. It's definitely, food prices are definitely up. But something that's been helping us with budgeting and money and all that, just knowing where our money's at and where it's going and all that, is Rocket Money, which is the sponsor of today's video. I always rope Josh in with me on these because he's the money guy, and he actually got me on it. What, you signed us up a while ago?
Yeah, Rocket Money's it's just an app that you download on your phone. It's just keep track of all your expenses. You can do budgeting on there. One of the fun feature, is you get to see your net worth.
How's that fun?
Well, you can see how much money you have versus how much debt you have. And you know where it's all going, and then you get to track. There's a reoccurring tab, and if you click on that, it'll show you all your subscriptions that you have, and then that's where you find out if you have anything that's reoccurring or doubled up that you don't want to. I actually found a subscription to a software comparable to QuickBooks, and I didn't need it, and I don't use it, so I canceled it before I got charged for it.
And they'll even in some cases cancel subscriptions for you. Rocket Money has actually helped save its customers up to $740 a year when they use all the features, with over $500 million in canceled subscriptions. To save more and spend less, join the over 5 million members using Rocket Money today. Go to rocketmoney.com/meganfoxunlocked or click the link in the description to get started for free. You can also unlock even more features with premium. Again, that's rocketmoney.com/meganfoxunlocked to get started for free. Now that we had the money chat out of the way, let's go in here and see what we can find. My mom's watching the kids. We decided to turn this into a date night because the last time I came in here with the kids, it was just berserk. Oh my word. I think both of our heart rates were up. It was just unneeded stress. The kids liked it, but it was not fun. It was not fun. Anyway, so we're like, we're gonna turn this into, like, are we at that stage? Are we literally at that stage where we do Costco and Lowe's as a date night?
Yeah, pretty much.
No shame. Oh well, we can walk around in the grocery store, and if people think we're weird holding hands, no, I'm kidding. We're not gonna be holding hands. He actually thinks we need 2 carts, so I'm like, oh dear. Yeah. We will see. I looked up a couple different prices from Walmart and Amazon, so we'll see which is better here at Costco or one of those places. Anyway, okay, we can't put this off any longer. Let's go.
I actually don't think it's gonna be that full. There's a lot of empty spaces here once I got in here.
Okay.
The traffic's parked close to the door, but it's pretty empty, so.
Yeah, we will see.
Because last time it was a madhouse.
Could be just the time of year too. Okay, got the goods, let's go. So as we got in there, I quickly realized that with all the paper supplies and diapers and wipes and things that we needed to get, we were gonna need 2 carts. There's just literally no way around it. I'm just griping and complaining about how we both have to have a cart. It's so annoying. But we just saw a couple that's like probably at least 5 years younger than us, and they each have a cart too. So
she wants to hold hands and sing Kumbaya while we're walking around.
Do not. But I also don't want to feel like I'm 55 and we're mom and pop shopping down the aisles. Like,
I mean, we're mom and pop shopping down the aisles. That's what we are.
I like to romanticize life a little bit. Come on. I did a little bit of research on at least the diapers before we went in, so I knew what a good price would be. And Costco beat out Amazon by just a tiny little bit. Okay, it was 21 cents on Amazon per thing. This is 20 cents, so they're the same thing. But hey, we'll save on carbon emissions. That's how it works. We'll get it ourselves. But as we were in there shopping, we decided to look at the weather, and we saw how beautiful of a weekend it was supposed to turn into. Spoiler alert, that did not happen. It quickly rained out again. But we decided we're gonna have people over, and so we started making plans accordingly. We skipped past the meat section because we have a lot of our own meat in our freezer. And I always like to look at the bake section just to get inspired. I never really buy anything here. I had recently found chicken tenders at a Mennonite discount bulk food store for $1.99 a pound. So they were definitely cheaper there than at Costco. Oh my goodness. Okay, the devil on my shoulder is telling me to buy them. Josh, tell me not to. I love these so much. They're so good. These are like my pregnancy craving when I was pregnant. Oh my goodness, Josh. Yes or no? And I decided to spoil and buy the egg bites from Kirkland's. They're kind of like the knockoff version of Starbucks ones. I have to say, I got the red pepper ones and they were not as good as I was imagining. So for the price, I probably won't buy those ever again, or at least for a while. And then I always like to look at the ready-made food just to get ideas for like baby meals and things, you know, transportable food, what I can make and take and go. This Caesar salad looked so delicious. And then my mom wanted some fancy chicken tenders and I told her I'd look and see what they had, and we decided to go with the organic, I forget what it all was, but they were actually a better price than the ones without the good chicken in them, so that was a win. Butter indeed was a better price. I found it for under $4 a pound. Still not like what I'm used to a year ago, but hey, it'll do. I got a 4-pound block. And then they had several things that I pick up from Thrive, like mold-on sea salt and stuff, so I did not get that here. And then this is what our cart looked like at the end. I'm not gonna give you a whole complete haul. You kind of saw a lot of the footage here and saw what we got. Okay, we got one cart in here. Still have the whole other one to go. Oh my goodness, what a madhouse. And we didn't have our children along. I don't know how we did it that other time. I need to go back and watch that other Costco vlog we did a while ago. We are champs. Do we even have time to get supper before we pick the kids up?
Not really.
Not really. Okay, Josh has the receipt, but I still don't know what we spent, so let's go home and find out. Okay, excuse the chaos. Josh is upstairs helping put the kids to bed. He said if I put the groceries away the rest of the way, he will do the kids. But I want to try their chicken salad. I feel like anything I say is going to come across as complaining. I just don't think we're Costco people, and that's okay. It's just, at least the one in Lancaster is so full. And also, I think if anybody gives you a gift card, maybe, or if you're thinking about giving your kids a gift card to Costco at Christmas time or something, maybe check your policy, because they gave us the ring around again and it was like, I don't know, 10 minutes of back and forth, like this is what the policy said, and well, you can't blah 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 blah, until they brought the manager, and the manager was super kind. He's like, of course you can. Like, that's exactly what happened last time, but this lady was very insistent, wouldn't call a manager, and now here I am griping and complaining, but whatever. So I don't know, do the whole gift card thing at your own risk. We should maybe just buy a membership, but we're not Costco people, so I don't think we're gonna buy a membership. Maybe a Sam's Club one, since that one's like more chill. Here, let me taste this and then we'll look at what the bill is. I didn't even look. Their chicken salad has pecans and cranberries in. And you guys know the best way to eat chicken salad is with a chip. Okay. I would buy it again. It's not like overwhelmingly amazing, but I would buy it again. Maybe like 7 out of 10. Anyway, let's look at the bill. I'm gonna take $100 off because of what I got my mom. Okay, the total is $626, so $526 it would be. Okay, not the most we ever spent, but almost the most we ever spent. Yeah, and we stocked up on a lot of like unfun things like paper supplies, dishwasher pods, things like that. Not the most fun date night, especially with the 2 carts, and it was just a madhouse in there. But it's off the list. We shouldn't have to buy diapers and wipes for like eons. So you win some, you lose some. I'm gonna go help finish getting the kids to bed, feed the baby. Tomorrow I'm going to a friend's house. It's supposed to be a rainy day. We were gonna go to the fair, but with the rain, my friend's like, why don't you come over and sew? So we're gonna see what I whip up tomorrow at my friend's place. So today was fun. I ran up to my friend's house and we were sewing together. We were supposed to go to a local fair together and hang out, but with all the rain, we pivoted and decided to get something accomplished for the day. So what I was working on was Evonnie has a dress like this here, and I bought a big wad of fabric. I think it was like on sale. It was 4 yards, and there was so much fabric left after her dress, and she loves wearing this. It looks good with her red hair, as you can imagine. Anyway, and she's like, we should match. So I decided I would have had enough for a dress, which I prefer sewing dresses. They're just easier for some reason. But I did a skirt instead, and getting the waistband is always a little bit tricky. But I think it looks really good, really professional. I actually did a lettuce leaf edge, I guess you could call it, on the bottom, which is something I used to do back when I was like 16 a lot, and I haven't done it in a long time. But basically, if you have your sewing machine, you put it on the tightest stitch, so down to a 0, and then you zigzag it at the highest it can go, like at a 5. And then you stretch it through your sewing machine. You just stretch as you go, and then once you let go, it crinkles up, and you get that cute lettuce leaf edge effect, which you can buy shirts and tops like that nowadays. And I just think it adds a little something extra to the bottom of the skirt. Here, you guys want to see me with it on? Okay, this skirt happened to match the shirt I had on, so I just put on a denim jacket with it. Very simple. I didn't even put a slit in it or anything because it was flowy enough. And I left it long because it's a fall color, so I'll probably wear it with boots or heels. Then it can be almost at the floor. And yeah, I think it would look really good dressed up too. I don't know if you can get the vision or not. It's just, I had a piece of fabric, why not? I really had nothing to lose, and we got to sit and chat while we talked. But yeah, it was a great thing to do on a rainy day. Sewing, making soup, things like that are just perfect things to do on a rainy day. Actually, I titled this video Homemaking Rain or Shine for technically 2 reasons. One, yes, it's been rainy off and on and like sunny and all of that, but our lives as homemakers have those seasons too. You know, there's rainy days, if you will, and sunny days where everything is happy and your mood is lifted and the sun is shining proverbially in your life. In fact, why don't we talk about this more as I bake cookies this evening for Josh. I decided to make him monster cookies. I really wanted to make some pumpkin-y fall dessert, but I've been really doing a lot of that lately, and pumpkin's not his favorite, so I just want to make him something that will make him happy and smile, and it's like a little love letter or something. He loves monster cookies. They're his favorite. And yes, I am crazy enough to pick out all the blue M&Ms because I wanted it to look fallish. I wish I had time to run to the store for Reese's Pieces because that would have been the perfect coloring, but it wouldn't have tasted quite the same as the traditional monster cookies, so this will work great. But back to the rain or shine of it all. I've only experienced depression once in my life that I can really pinpoint, and that was after my 4th baby. It was definitely the baby blues, and my whole family was sick. The baby was not sick, but I was so sure he was gonna get sick because all of us were getting sick. I was deathly ill for like 2 weeks. Postpartum, my immune system was run down, and so it makes sense looking back that I felt depressed. My hormones were probably so low, and I was sick on top of it, and the situation was scary. I mean, a baby with RSV is very scary. Fortunately, the Lord spared him, thank you God. But over that time, homemaking truly saved me. I would get up in the morning, I felt like I could hardly move, or like, what would I do? What should I do? I felt almost like a robot, which now looking back, I know that was depression. Something I don't really struggle with as much. Anxiety is more something I'm familiar with, but I just felt like I could not figure out the next thing to do. I felt like I was moving through mud. I had no motivation or ambition. And in those moments, what worked so much for me was to literally walk over to the sink, turn the water on and let it run till it got warm, get a dishcloth, make it wet, and just start wiping down kitchen counters. And if there was clutter on the counters, put the clutter away before I could wipe it down. If there was dirty dishes on the counter, put them in the dishwasher before I could wipe it down. And just start doing a little bit of homemaking. And once I would get my kitchen tidied, I would start to feel so much better. One, because yes, I looked around and my kitchen seemed, you know, more homey and less overwhelming, but also because it worked some of that tension out of my body. It gave me something to do. It gave me a task to think about. Sometimes I would listen to a podcast or something to kind of distract me from my mood. And truly, homemaking saved me, just doing the next thing in front of me. So I pray right now that you're all in a sunshiny stage of your life, but if it is a rainy day for you today, and you popped on YouTube just for some distraction or whatever in life, I feel you. I've been there, I've done that, and I just encourage you to do the next thing. Maybe there's a load of laundry sitting in the dryer waiting to be folded. Just do that. And as you get started, I promise you, you're gonna feel a little bit better. You're gonna feel a little bit better emotionally, and you're gonna feel a little bit better about yourself. It can just look so overwhelming until you break it down into one piece at a time. And once you get going, it helps so much, and then it's harder to stop. So just tell yourself you're gonna do that one next thing. And I'm so sorry if you're struggling with depression. I feel you. I wish I could like give you a hug and a warm ooey gooey monster cookie and just sit and chat with you. It is a very lonely, very blue feeling, I guess you could say. Rain brings flowers, as they say. And so trust that feelings are feelings. They are not permanent. They're not facts. And they will change. They will go away over time. You will feel better at some point. I'm not going to get into the whole medical advice of it all. Of course, there are some out there who need to stop fighting through it on their own, to see a doctor, to see what can be done, and praise God for those options that are out there. Use them if you or your family feel like your life is actually being hindered by your depression, your down times, because God has given so much wisdom to the medical field, and it is truly, truly amazing, even though I know it's nobody's ideal to have to turn to that to solve a little old depression problem. But guys, things like that are not little, and they can really compound. I've seen people in my own life suffer with it, and I just cannot imagine it being a daily, weekly, monthly, lifelong diagnosis situation, whatever. So yeah, I will breathe a prayer for all of you who suffer with that, and just do the next thing. Maybe you need to do something fun. Get out your stand mixer and make a batch of monster cookies. Why not? The recipe is on my website. These cookies are the most ooey gooey chewy perfection like you can imagine. The key is to make them really big, and it took me about 14 minutes to get them to that perfect, just so turning on the edges. And I always let them cool in the pan first before I take them off. That way they stay in a nice round shape, because you're pulling them out of the oven basically not quite raw in the middle. Josh is going to love me. Good morning and welcome to like the 4th dreary day in a row. I love a good rainy day, but my goodness, 4 days in a row is a little much, but I'm making use of it today, and instead of going over to the fair like I wanted to do, we are canning grape juice, which I'm so excited about because we love grape juice, and I kind of treat it like medicine in the winter too a little bit. I left this morning to drop the kids off at the bus stop. I do that mornings that we get to bed late. Last night we did go to the parade, and so they got to bed a little bit late, and if I drive them over to a bus stop that's like 2 minutes away, they can sleep in for an extra 45 minutes. It's that crazy how early the bus comes. So Josh thinks I'm nuts, but I kind of like it because then I have to get the toddler out of bed and the baby out of bed, but I only have to wake them up like 5 minutes earlier than normal, and then they get to see their big brother and sister before they head off to school. So it's working out. I do it like 2 or 3 days a week, depending how we're feeling. I kind of just see if the kids are awake already or if they're still sleeping. It's like, oh, I can hardly wake them up. I'll let them sleep for 45 more minutes, and then I'll just drive them to a different bus stop. And so today we did that, and then I got my mom's steamer, and we are steaming grapes, the Concord grapes that I got at the produce stand. They were $22 for the 2 boxes, and I will let you know how many jars I get here at the end so we can figure it out. Each jar makes a half gallon of grape juice, and so we do that every Saturday pretty much. We have grape juice on Saturdays when we're home. It's like our favorite drink. You cannot buy it. You've heard me say this so much on my channel. If you enjoy this preserving content, I have a video that I did a little bit ago. I will put it up here in the cards. But yeah, grape juice is one of those things that you just have to do. You can't buy it the same. It's super good. I use regular sugar to sweeten it. But this is the first time, it's like Megan going into uncharted territories. I've never done my own grape juice before. Last year I was big and pregnant. My mom did it for me. Before that I pleaded ignorance and she did it for me. It really is not hard. You're just like married to the kitchen most of the day. You're just like coming back and forth, tapping out juice as the grapes steam. But I'm getting all kinds of other work done in between. Our house is a wreck. I was away yesterday sewing. We went to the parade last night. We went to the fair on Tuesday. So I feel like my housework has been a little neglected all week. I mean, it's fine, but now I have to suffer the consequences a little bit of all of our fun. So, but yeah, what a productive day. And it is kind of fun too, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of like the homemaking dance. Tap out a jar of grape juice, change a load of laundry, put a baby down for a nap, put an Instagram slide up on Instagram, wash some dishes, go feed the puppy, play with the 2-year-old. It's just like ping-ponging back and forth all morning while the rain falls outside. So homemaking, rain or shine, I guess today it's gonna be rain. Goodness, why didn't you guys tell me I didn't have my veil? I was watching that last clip back and I was like, what in the world? Oh well, better late than never, I guess. What are you doing with Grandma's steam box? Here, we need to keep this, okay? She needs the box. It says this steamer was $113 on sale at Country Housewares in Leola, PA. Okay then. I'll link something similar. I don't know, I wonder if that's how you make apple juice too. It shows apples on here and grapes. But that's a giant vessel for like one thing. I feel like I'm glad my mom has it. We can just pass it around. Right? Yeah. Auntie Ann can have it next. Oh, I feel like a wreck. Grape juice all over the, well, it's cleaned up now, but there's grape juice all over the floor. I was half dressed for the day. Oh well. We just keep plugging along. Yeah? Okay, here is the aftermath. I am done. That took me pretty much all day. It's 3 o'clock and I got 32 quarts, which I divided it up, and that means it's about 68 cents for one of these makes a half gallon. And you pay at least $3 for a half gallon of grape juice at the store. It doesn't even taste near as good. So this is 68 cents plus then we'll add some sugar. So let's just round up to $1. Let's say it cost me $1. So one, it definitely is cheaper to do it this way if you have access to a steamer. That's a big if. But I mean, it wouldn't take long till you would pay it off, I guess. But yeah, this should last us. I have about 6 more in the basement yet, so we can have one a week. I know last winter we were really rationing it over stomach bug season. We were just powering through the stuff because, I don't know, I think grape juice is pretty good on a upset stomach. So especially the homemade stuff. So that was a successful day, I will say. Yeah, it is done raining. It is still pretty gloomy though, and I'm starting to feel like anxious. I don't know, it's probably I have too many things going at once. I'm tired, kind of. I'm, like I said, all for a rainy day, but 4 of them in a row is a little much. I need to see the sunshine again. But I'm sure the weather looks beautiful this weekend. Do you guys hear that? Oh, the best sound, the best sound. My jars are sealing. Okay, that lightened my mood a little bit. Oh my goodness, you would not believe what I just did. This was not supposed to be for me. I missed the bus. My kids' busing situation is really messed up this year. We didn't find enough bus drivers, and so our route is like a new bus driver every single month until like the end of the year, and then we have to actually drive our kids to school. It's really annoying, honestly. But there's worse problems in life. But anyway, our bus driver, tomorrow's her last day of driving my kids, and that's gonna be another bus driver, and I wanted to say thank you. Give her an iced latte. I did that to the last bus driver too. I think it'll just be my little tradition. It's easy and I know they're good. This is a toffee nut maple cinnamon iced latte. That's all the elements in it. And I am drinking it because I missed the bus. I 5 minutes before the bus was gonna come, and I was like, okay, I can do this. I can get it done. I already had the grounds in my espresso machine here, and I quickly went to town and made it, and I ran out the door with it, and there the bus was, pulling away from the bus stop, and Evonnie and Fletcher were coming. I literally missed it by 12 seconds. If I was 12 seconds sooner, I'm a fast runner. Like, I could have easily made it, but I missed the bus, so I guess there's only one thing to do. I will drink it. Maybe I'll make her one tomorrow morning so Evonnie can give it to her, and then I'll know for sure that it happens, because afternoons can sometimes be kind of hectic and time can get away from me, especially if you're trying to make grape juice, you know? Anyway, it was the thought that counts, I guess, but we'll try again tomorrow. Fetch. Good. No.
What up on the very top? There.
Yeah? Oh, it keeps coming.
There's a light in the front.
Oh my goodness, watch his head turn. So cute.
Wow, look at that tree.
Here it comes.
Ah, there's a light in the front.
Okay, so it is yet another gloomy rainy day in a row. I think we are at day 6, and it looks like the next 3 days are still gonna be rainy. It's hard to complain when you see all the devastation that's happening in Florida. But right now, Evonnie and I are heading out the door. It's a cozy, rainy Saturday, and I still have a lot of editing to do on a video I need to turn in by Monday, and I want to have Sunday off. So we're going to go to a coffee shop together. It was Vonnie's idea, actually. She's like, it's a gloomy, rainy day. Can we go sit at a coffee shop? And I was like, okay, sure. So we're going to go to the coffee shop, and then we're going to come back when the baby wakes up from his nap. So Josh is going to stay home with the boys while me and Evonnie go, and then we'll come back and keep the baby and Evonnie here, and Josh will take the 2 boys to a family open house days. So we're all gonna get a little bit of fun mixed with work in today. And yeah, welcome to Saturday, another rainy one. Over there, at that little green. Across. Okay, 2. Nope. Yep, dig it down in. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Good morning. Welcome to rainy day number 8. The sun was peeking through a little bit this morning, and it did such good for my soul. The last couple nights, I don't know, it's been one kid or another waking me up for a reason, and then I lay in bed for a long time and I cannot fall asleep. And I lay there and worry, and the world just looks so black, and I don't know what's going on. And then I wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh, yes, the world's bad, but not that bad. And like, I don't know, it gives me a new lease on life. And truly, this whole like, his mercies are new every morning, it feels very relevant to my life right now. And so I got up this morning, Josh was off at work.
I didn't do that.
Oh, you went to dump it in?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well I did that already. Here, why don't you turn the mixer? But anyway, with all this rain, I thought I'm gonna get some baking done because we're going to the cabin this weekend with my family, and these cinnamon rolls that I'm about to make freeze so well. And I actually, yes, you just saw me put pumpkin in here. You wanna reach over here and hit this right there? There you go. And these pumpkin cinnamon rolls are a hit. They're my mother's recipe and they don't taste like pumpkin at all, but the pumpkin gives like a super nice color to them, and it just makes it feel cozy and fallish kind of. Oh, they both went in. Uh-oh. Now what? It's okay. They'll be fine. Were you a little worried? Were you a little worried? Let's go faster. I'm not gonna lie, these cinnamon rolls take a while. Like you have to wait an hour for them to rise, and there's baking time, and there's a glaze to make, and you have to roll it. There's a lot of steps to it, but they're such a crowd pleaser. They're so delicious, and I'm gonna get, you know, laundry done and different things in between while waiting for the bread part to rise. Welcome to day 9. The sun is starting to slow, like you can kind of, like I think I squinted a little bit this morning when I stepped outside. If you were wanting a weather report, there you go. Yesterday was a really hard day for me. I don't know, just all the news of the hurricane rolling in, and just my nephew's in the hospital for surgery that was planned ahead of time. But you know, I just picturing my sister-in-law and her husband at the hospital, and it was just bringing back memories. And we had a horrible Sunday school lesson on Sunday where a guy from church shared about their journey with their daughter in the hospital. It was just a really traumatic story, and I don't know, for some reason I was just really feeling it yesterday. I don't know. I honestly, Josh is like, I knew this would happen. He said, it's the weather. I knew it. He said, I can't believe you lasted 8 days. But now today, it's going much better. My sister was here this morning like she usually is on Tuesdays. And then I ran some errands, and we ran into a local pretzel bakery to get some of our favorite pretzels. It's called Martin's Pretzel Bakery, and I grew up on those pretzels. They're so good. But I went in to buy them, and I knew that you can like watch them at the window, and so I was gonna let the boys watch them twisting pretzels. And they gave us a whole full-fledged, full-blown tour. They let the boys roll pretzels. They got to look at all the machinery.
You made that all by yourself. What is it, Miller? A pretzel.
Fletcher was very fascinated and helped them make another batch of sourdough starter because they use sourdough starter in their recipe. And I was talking to the owner, and she said that they've actually given the recipe out before, and nobody can make them the same as them because she feels like the process is what's proprietary, the way they do it with their giant oven. Their oven's like humongous, this huge round oven. And the whole bakery was started during the Great Depression. It's just like such an inspiring story. It burned down at one point. And it's still in the family almost 100 years later. And it's right here in Lancaster County. I know Pennsylvania is like the pretzel capital of the world, so there's probably lots of little bakeries like this all around that I just don't know about. But it was really fun to tour it and to see it. And we got to eat some warm pretzels that were kind of chewy inside yet. So delicious.
That's the best texture when they're still hot.
Yeah, she gave me this mug, which I have nothing in it. I don't know why I'm sitting here clutching it like there's coffee in it or something. But yeah, I want to sit down here and get some computer work done. I'm gonna eat some pretzels. I always buy their seconds. By the way, if you're local, she said she can give tours. I'll put the information down below. I got a big 3-pound bag of seconds. We're gonna take these to the cabin this weekend, but I always say the more salt, the better. And so I love the seconds. Pretzels are definitely a very Pennsylvania Dutch thing. And I guess it makes sense. Pretzels were invented in Europe. So I wasn't really planning to film today, but when that whole little spontaneous field trip happened, I was like, oh my goodness, I need to film some of this and let you guys see it because I feel like that's kind of a rarity. I don't know, let me know, is there pretzel bakeries right where you're from? But while I have you here, this evening, Jana and I are gonna be filming for Honey I'm Homemaker again, so I just wanted to put a plug in for my podcast. My cousin Jana and I put out an episode every 2 weeks over on the Honey I'm Homemaker YouTube channel, or you can find us on Apple Podcasts, that's what it's called, and Spotify. So yeah, I'm really excited about our topics tonight. I'm in the mood to film. Sometimes I'm just like not so sure if I am, and I kind of have to get going first before I get excited about it, but I gotta go figure out what I'm gonna wear for those episodes. We always film 2 at a time, just busy mom life and everything, so. Look at that. The sun is shining. That is so awesome to see. It's been 11 days and finally the sun is back. Thank you, Jesus. But yeah, knowing all the flooding that's been happening and just all the aftermath of the storm is just absolutely crazy. I know this is after the whole storm, but not far enough. You know, people are still picking up the pieces, and so if you can help out, I know I've helped out in a couple different ways. I'll put down below the trusted organizations that I have seen, and if you feel led to at least pray for them, I'm sure, yeah, it feels so small, but it's very important. Anyway, I'm actually sitting out here. I dropped the puppy off at our puppy sitter because we're going to the cabin this weekend, and I would love to go on a walk and just enjoy the sunshine, but my husband's back with the kids and I need to get packing, and so I've just been sitting here by the creek taking it all in and just having a little breather, I guess you could say. I hope that wherever you're at in life that the sun is shining on you, proverbially and literally. Thank you guys so much for being here. Check out Rocket Money, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.